In the wake of the pandemic, America faced a crisis of confidence. The economy faltered and the American dream felt out of reach for many. Wages stagnated while the cost of living soared, deepening divides across the country. Amid this uncertainty, President Donald J. Trump returned to the White House, promising a sweeping solution. He envisioned a single transformative bill to restore economic security and opportunity for all Americans. The bill's creation was contentious, debated in Congress, at town halls, and on the airwaves. Supporters called it a necessary revolution to put American workers first. Critics warned of government overreach and mounting debt. In late 2024, the American Prosperity and Independence Act, Trump's big beautiful bill, became law. It aimed to restructure taxes, boost domestic manufacturing, and redefine the social safety net. Its passage marked not an end, but a new beginning for the nation. The country watched, wondering, would this grand experiment succeed? The answer would shape the next chapter of the American story. The big beautiful bill rested on 3 pillars. First, it radically simplified the tax code, introducing a Made in America tax credit to incentivize domestic manufacturing and a lower flat tax for middle-income families. Second, the National Skills and Service Initiative invested billions in vocational education, offering young people 2 years of tuition-free trade school or national service in exchange for a home down payment voucher. The goal built a skilled workforce and foster civic duty. Third, the American Family Security Plan established a universal young child benefit and secured Social Security and Medicare by taxing automated financial transactions. Each part was designed to reinforce the others, creating a stronger, more resilient American economy. The bill's architecture aimed to reward work, support families, and protect the vulnerable. Supporters saw it as a blueprint for a new American home. Critics saw risks in its complexity and cost. The stakes were high for every American household. The bill's impact was felt in lives across the country. Maria Sanchez, 20, from Phoenix Bay, used the National Skills Initiative to train in mechatronics, landing a job at a new semiconductor plant. For the first time, I have a future I can build myself, she said. In Ohio, David Chen's auto parts factory expanded thanks to the Made in America tax credit, and his family benefited from the new flat tax. It's breathing room, money for braces, maybe a vacation, he shared. For retirees like Margaret Peterson in Florida, the bill's Social Security funding brought peace of mind. My check keeps coming. That's worth more than gold, she said. These stories of opportunity, stability, and security echoed nationwide. Yet, not everyone benefited equally. The bill's changes created new winners and losers, reshaping communities in complex ways. For some, it was hope restored. For others, new anxieties emerged. The law's true impact was measured in these personal stories, not just statistics. America was changing, one family at a time. Supporters hailed the bill as a patriotic reset for the economy. This puts our people first, said a Michigan union leader, citing reopened factories and new training programs. The Made in America tax credits were seen as a matter of national pride and security. A nation that can't make its goods isn't truly sovereign, argued a rural senator. The bill, they said, invested in the next generation and rebuilt the middle class. Critics, however, warned of runaway costs and fiscal risk. This is a fiscal time bomb, said economist Dr. Alana Reed, citing debt and inflation fears. Business leaders decried protectionism, warning of higher prices and global retaliation. It closes America off from the world, said an import-export CEO. The debate split communities and families, reflecting deep divisions over America's future. Was this bold reform or reckless overreach? The answer remained fiercely contested. The nation's path forward was anything but certain. The numbers told a mixed story. Manufacturing jobs surged by over 300,000, especially in the Rust Belt. Trade school enrollment jumped 40%, fueling optimism among supporters. But the Congressional Budget Office projected trillions in new national debt. Tax credits spurred investment but slashed federal revenue. Imported goods rose 12% in price, straining family budgets. In Michigan, a car plant expanded and hired 1,000 new workers. Yet rising costs for imported components drove up car prices, threatening competitiveness. Small manufacturers thrived, but retailers relying on imports struggled. My costs are up 20%. My profit margin is gone, Ewers said a Vermont shop owner. The bill created new economic winners and losers. For some, it was a lifeline. For others, a hardship. The real-world impact was complex and uneven. The nation was still reckoning with the bill's consequences. The Big Beautiful Bill's legacy remains uncertain. Supporters believe its investments will spark lasting prosperity and a manufacturing renaissance. They envision a resilient America, less dependent on global supply chains. Skeptics warn of a looming debt crisis, inflation, and strained trade relations. The bill's social experiment, elevating trades and national service, may reshape American identity or deepen divides. Its true impact will unfold over decades, measured in jobs, inflation, and the lives of a new generation. The bill stands as one of the most ambitious and divisive laws in modern history. It reflects a fundamental debate about the government's role and the nation's future. Its story is still being written in factories, homes, and the choices of those who inherit its legacy. America's next chapter depends on the outcome of this grand experiment.